Welcome to the Darwinian Delusions channel. This channel is dedicated to showing that Darwinism is speculative, based on assumptions, and there's disputes about its most fundamental ideas. And we do this only by referring to secular mainstream academics. Earlier this year, I gave a talk at Coventry University called "Is Darwinian Evolution a Fact?" Aron made a response to that video, which was uploaded, called "Evolution is absolutely a fact." Now there's a problem. He's just confirmed what I said in the talk. This isn't actually a response. A response would be to say Darwinian evolution is absolutely a fact, but Aron didn't do that. So the structure of my talk was quite simple. I spoke about why science is revisable, all of its conclusions can change, and this is due to the philosophy of science, and the history of science also shows us that. Secondly, that Darwinism is not an exception. Thirdly, I spoke about some of the problems that mainstream biologists are bringing up about the Darwinian history of life and the Darwinian mechanism. Darwinism, remember, is the particular history of evolution. Darwinism claims that there was a single origin and all of the billions of species we have alive today came from that single self-replicating cell through this branching tree. And this happened because of natural selection working on variations. Evolution, on the other hand, is something uncontroversial and not something which anybody should really dispute, which is the fact that we have a change in the living biological world over time. That's not really controversial. You can also break it down a little bit further and say evolution is change in gene frequencies in a population over time. Or you can say evolution is observable because we can see bacteria mutates, and when you apply medicine to it, it's resistant to that. You could also say the Great Dane and the Chihuahua are linked. So all of these types of evolution, which we can pretty much observe in a lifetime, that's not really a problem. Nor is there a problem with claiming that this evolution has been happening for millions, perhaps billions of years. None of this is an issue at all. What is an issue is universal common descent, and also that all of this happened because of natural selection working on variations in an unguided way, and you don't need God, you don't need nothing for that. It's just a completely blind naturalistic process which created all of this, the blind watchmaker thesis, if you want to call it that. Now these two things are very different, evolution and Darwinism. So what Aron basically did is something I warned against in the beginning of my talk, which is the fallacy of equivocation. He was trying to say that Darwinism is true by showing that evolution is true, but evolution doesn't equal to Darwinism. So what I recommend he does is make a video called "Darwinian Evolution is a Fact," and explain why all of the scientists and all of the philosophers, who are all mainstream secular academics, are actually deluded and wrong about their views about Darwinism. And he also needs to show why Darwinism is an exception to the philosophy of science and the history of science, because to claim it is the truth is to claim that it is immune from the problem of induction. I thank you very much for listening. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.